The desert wind whispers her name, Jezebel. A shiver runs down your spine. Her story is a chilling reminder that power corrupts. It's a tale of ambition, betrayal, and ultimately, destruction. Jezebel's story is not for the faint of heart. It's a descent into the darkest corners of the human soul. Her name echoes through history, synonymous with wickedness and deceit. But what transformed this woman into a figure of such infamy? To understand Jezebel, we must journey back in time. We must travel to the ancient kingdom of Israel, a land torn between the worship of God and the allure of pagan gods. It is here, in this volatile setting, that Jezebel's story unfolds. It's a story that will leave you breathless until its bitter end. Jezebel's story begins in the opulent palaces of Sidon. She was the daughter of Ethbaal, the powerful king of the Phoenicians. Jezebel grew up surrounded by luxury and immersed in the worship of Baal, the god of fertility and storm. As a princess, Jezebel possessed an alluring beauty and a sharp intellect. She was accustomed to getting what she wanted. Her ambition knew no bounds. When Ahab, the king of Israel, sought a wife, Jezebel saw an opportunity, a chance to extend her influence and spread the worship of Baal. Their marriage was a union of political convenience, a strategic alliance between two kingdoms. Little did Ahab know, he was inviting a storm into his kingdom, a storm that would shatter the peace and plunge Israel into darkness. Jezebel was no ordinary queen. She was a force of nature determined to reshape Israel in her own image. Jezebel's arrival in Israel marked a turning point in the nation's history. She wasted no time in asserting her dominance, her presence casting a long shadow over the land. The worship of Yahweh, the God of Israel, was quickly overshadowed by the seductive rituals of Baal. Jezebel, a fanatic for her god, would tolerate no dissent. She orchestrated a systematic persecution of Yahweh's prophets, her cruelty knowing no bounds. The blood of the righteous flowed through the streets of Israel, a testament to her unwavering ruthlessness. One prophet, Elijah, dared to stand against Jezebel's tyranny. He became her nemesis, a thorn in her side, constantly challenging her authority and exposing her wicked deeds. Their confrontations were the stuff of legends, a battle of wills between the God of Israel and the seductive power of Baal. Section 4. A reign of terror. Jezebel's thirst for power was insatiable. She manipulated her husband, King Ahab, bending him to her will. Ahab, blinded by love and cowed by her forceful personality, became a pawn in her game of power. She silenced her critics with threats and violence. No one dared to oppose her. Fear gripped the hearts of the Israelites. The courts of Israel, once filled with justice and righteousness, became a stage for Jezebel's wicked schemes. One particularly chilling incident cemented Jezebel's infamy, the story of Naboth's vineyard. When Naboth, a humble farmer, refused to sell his ancestral land to Ahab, Jezebel took matters into her own hands. She orchestrated false accusations against Naboth, leading to his unjust execution. This act of greed and cold-blooded murder exposed the depths of her depravity. Section 5. The price of power. Jezebel's reign of terror could not last forever. Her actions had sown the seeds of discontent throughout Israel. The people groaned under her oppressive rule, their cries for justice reaching the heavens. Ahab's death on the battlefield, a prophecy foretold by Elijah, weakened Jezebel's grip on power. Her sons, Ahaziah and Jehoram, inherited the throne, but they were shadows of their father, easily manipulated by their ruthless mother. Yet, the seeds of rebellion, planted by Jezebel's own cruelty, were beginning to sprout. Jehu, a powerful general, rose up against the house of Ahab, determined to purge Israel of Jezebel's corrupting influence. The day of reckoning was at hand. Section 6. A legacy of ashes. Jezebel's end was as dramatic as her life. As Jehu's forces stormed the palace, Jezebel, in a final act of defiance, adorned herself in her finest robes and painted her eyes. She met her fate with a queen's arrogance, cursing Jehu from her palace window. Jehu, unmoved by her display, ordered his men to throw her down. Jezebel's blood splattered the wall, her body trampled by horses. Her death, brutal and ignominious, marked the end of an era of wickedness in Israel. Jezebel's name, forever tarnished, became synonymous with evil and idolatry. Her story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of power, fueled by ambition and devoid of compassion, ultimately leads to destruction. Jezebel's legacy is not one of power, but of ashes, a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of earthly dominion.